Hey everyone, hopefully everyone is doing well. Before we start off this episode, I just want to say that I have three programs readily available for three specific groups of people in need in that field. The first program I have is how to attract, how to be attractive, what you can do to be attractive, and how to attract her. That's the first program. The second program is how to keep a healthy relationship, how to keep your relationship intact and marriage, and how to spice up things in your relationship if they're going dull. And the last program I have just gotten finished making and is currently being edited now is how to move on from a toxic, unhealthy relationship or marriage. With the last one, I decided to make for the people who are at their wits' end from the last two. They're totally tired of their partner, or they've had enough of their partner's antics. Whatever you're going through, I have programs for them. They are at a discounted rate as of right now. If you're interested, please email me. We can work out something and you will receive your program. Let's get on with the episode. Okay, so in this episode, we'll be talking about women with deep voices. It's a pretty touchy subject, especially with women who are self conscious about their voice or try not to make that the topic of the everyday discussion because 9 times out of 10 they already know they have a deep voice by other men or women around them. And before I actually get started into this, I just want to say that if you are a woman with a deep voice, please don't get discouraged or insecure about your voice. Because though there are people who expect you to not only be a woman, right? But they expect you to have everything that is stereotypical about a woman. What are stereotypical things about a woman? Oh, they cook, they clean, they have kids, they get married, right? And they have soft spoken voices. Now, if you don't have the soft spoken or soft squeaky voice, that doesn't make it, that doesn't make a difference because it's your voice. It's you. Your voice should define you. And I don't know if I'm making sense or where I'm going with this. I may be rambling, but just because you don't have the cliche, typical, squeaky, soft-spoken woman voice doesn't make you less of a woman than the woman with the squeaky, soft-spoken voice, if that makes any sense at all. Because I have friends and I have family who happen to have deep voices. And the common thing with them is that they're very they care about how they sound. And when they're around other women who have louder voices than them, they get insecure and they get discouraged. I just want to say to you that no matter who's around you or what kind of voice that you have, whether if it's too squeaky or it's too deep, but we're mainly talking about the deep ones, it appreciate it because when it comes to most people or some people, they find your voice attractive. They see you, they hear your voice, they think it's a perfect match. For example, the actress Kate Blanchett, she played on the Thor Ragnarok as Hela. Her voice was very, very attractive. I'm one of the people who like women with deeper voices, raspier voices. I think it's the most attractive thing I've ever heard. That's me. Some guys may like the squeaky adolescent, teenage, boy, kid voices. But to each their own. To each their own. I can't judge, even though I just did. But, okay, let me take that back. Some guys like me may like deeper voices. Other guys may like soft-spoken voices. And that's okay. You like who you like. Doesn't matter what they sound like. Doesn't matter what if they're if it's squeaky or not squeaky, anything like that. But don't ever get insecure or worry about how you sound to other people, because 9 times out of 10 they don't care about your voice. As long as you know what you sound like, you know your flaws, embrace your flaws. Embrace it, because some people out there, they like to are dicks and they like to talk about people. And if you know what you sound like, you know that you're not the norm, then anything that people say, any smug remark that any woman or any man can say to you, it won't move you at all, because you know who you are. That's just me. I actually find women with deep voices, you women who are listening with deep voices, attractive. I think it's very classy. I think it's very elegant, and I take it very seriously. You guys have like that raw edge to you. It's like you take no shit kind of. That's what I get from him. I think some people are intimidated by women with deep voices. Me, I actually enjoy it. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit here, and we're gonna talk about something that is very, very serious, and is very, very problematic in this day and age. Something that was common, or probably still is common, that is getting brought to light, and I hope it becomes uncommon. Drunk sex. Is drunk sex ever okay? Like, would you say yes or would you say no to drunk sex? Me personally, if both of you aren't in the right state of mind, sober, and consenting, it should be wrong either way. It should be wrong that, okay, okay, tongue twister, okay, blah, blah. If you're the sober one and she's the drunk one, and she consents to you to have sexual intercourse, it doesn't matter if she consents or not if she's drunk, because to me she isn't in her right state of mind. For example, say if you had sexual intercourse with a woman, but she gave you consent to do so when she was drunk, and then she wakes up the next morning. You and her wake up the next morning, and you guys are questioning each other. Well, she's questioning you. That should be a red flag right there, because if when you guys are both sober, there's no questioning. I mean, maybe questioning if you wore a condom or she took the pill, but asking a question of what happened, or was was that you? It's it should be very wrong to have sex with someone who is drunk, or even if you guys are both drunk. It's like this: if you cannot remember what happened the night before, you shouldn't be having sex at all under the influence. Be in your right state of mind, seriously, because she may regret it the next morning. You guys both may regret it the next morning. It is equivalent to taking advantage of someone. You don't want to take advantage of someone sexually because it is very dangerous and it can land you in big, big trouble. Resist any temptation to someone that is naive or gullible in the situation. Drunk, tipsy, high, anything. If she is not in her, or he is not in his right state of mind, call it a day. Try again another time. Be the mature one. Seriously, because there's a lot, there's a lot of cases involving drunk sex that are landing people in a lot of heat. A lot. And the funny thing is that it's always he said and she said shit that only the people who are actually there will know. For example, Charlemagne the God giving people, I don't forgot what kind of drug he was giving them, but it's not considered a drug. Bill Cosby. The list goes on and on. Stop taking advantage of these people. Sex is only good for the time it's good. The minutes, the seconds. When it's said and done, there are consequences. There are consequences. Lots of them. If not done correctly. If you don't have the proper permission. That's it. There's nothing more, nothing less. Drunk sex, never engage in. Never engage in. This is this is a short episode. I'll be picking up tomorrow with longer ones. So you guys be safe and have a wonderful night. See you soon.